everyone. So okay, it's part 2 with the other kind of bracelets and my earrings. So I'll try and kind of scoop everything close together. So I'll go through the stretchy ones first. So this is obviously elasticated, and again it has kind of some faux pearls. I really wish my camera would focus, but it doesn't. Then it just has some kind of faceted clear beads there, and then some that are like a briolette cut, and they're kind of textured, so you can see kind of how the light and just kind of bounces off. So yeah, that's a stretchy one. Then another one is this kind of a turquoisey greeny blue. Again, I got these stones when I was in South Africa. Sorry, I'm kind of out of the frame there. I got these beads when I was in South Africa. So, I mean, I couldn't necessarily make this exact one again, but I could obviously sort of find something similar and make it. It's really nice actually. It kind of just fits on really easily. And the beads are just super duper soft, and they're lovely and cool. I mean, they're not cold, but if you kind of have, you know, overheat obviously in the summer, kind of, it's just so nice to put something cool on, especially around a pulse point. I can't remember if I've read or I've heard before, but if you're hot, I know this has nothing to do with jewellery, but if you're hot and, you know, really, really hot, and you want to kind of try and cool down quite quickly, apart from a cool damp cloth over the back of your neck, you can actually run your kind of pulse point under a cool tap, and obviously because that's kind of going, you know, on your pulse point, that actually helps just to kind of cool everything down. So just a random thing now I thought I'd throw in for you. So yeah, really, really love this, and I especially like it just because it does remind me of holiday, just because that's where I got the beads from. So yeah, that's that one. And then I have this one. These again are kind of like a stone. Again, it's kind of elasticated. These again, they're super soft, and they're also, again, they're nice and cool. Stone obviously is quite cold to the touch. But yeah, I quite like how it just feels cool when you pop it on. Anyway, I'm just blabbing on. I really need to talk quicker. Where are we? Okay, yeah, that's it for the thingy. So I've got this other stretchy one. These are really nice, kind of unusual. Again, they're stone beads. They're so pretty. They are kind of long. Try and kind of show you one. But yeah, they're kind of long. They're really lovely, and it's just so easy with an elasticated bracelet just to kind of shove it on and go. If you're in a rush, just, you know, you don't have to try and faff around with a clasp or anything, just shove it on and you're done. And then the last one, again, these beads were from South Africa. They're all, what do you call it? They're all Swarovski beads, all different kind of colours. My camera won't really show you how they look properly. Again, I've been wearing this the past few days. It's just so, it's nice and colourful. It's nothing really overpowering. You know, if you're not really into bulky jewellery, or, I mean, for me, if I don't have my fake tan on, I can't really wear very bright, colourful colours just because it makes me look really washed out and really ill. So just have something like that, just for kind of an extra bit of colour that's not too much. Then yeah, that I kind of really quite like that. And it's easily reproduced just because I could get the same Swarovski beads off the internet or in a craft shop. So then I have this bracelet that matches the necklace. So I kind of made a matching set, and I also have earrings. So it's exactly the same stones, but it just kind of has a clasp on it there instead of being elasticated. Then I have some kind of quite large, I think they're called bicone beads. They're kind of like a cone and a cone. I think they're called bicone. Somebody else I watched pronounced it as bicone. I thought it was bicone. That's probably just me being weird. So it has mainly obviously the pink beads, and then just as some accents kind of around, I've put the last of the red beads with a silver foil over the top. Then again, these beads I got from South Africa. These are gorgeous. They're like a black Aurora Borealis Swarovski crystal. So pretty. I've not actually found the exact ones here at home. I might be able to sort of hunt them down, but I just think they're gorgeous. They really kind of do have like a really classy look to them. It's like if you're into kind of wearing black jewellery, I can't think what the black stone is called, but if you have like a black diamond or something like that, this would just be really pretty. I mean, you can see, although it's black, it still sparkles, so that's really pretty. Then I have this bracelet. I made it a couple of weeks ago. It has a combination of the faux pearls, then it has some tiny seed beads in between, and then again I have some kind of purpley bicone beads, and then it has a T-bar clasp, so that's kind of quite easy to open. So yeah, just like that. Then I have, it's kind of a charm bracelet, but instead of having any charms, I've just put 4mm kind of pearls with a combination of seed beads, and it looks like that. So the chain is silver plated. Again, you can buy kind of a variety of different clasps, but I've got kind of a screw type clasp, just kind of that extra security. But because the chain, in between each bead, I've basically left an empty link, so if I do decide to put a couple of charms on, then I've got the space kind of in between the links to allow for that. It took me quite a while, just because I wasn't kind of really sure what to do, and I mean, now I've done it, I mean, I could do it much quicker. I know that I could just kind of get all the head pins ready, put all the beads on, and then just attach them, so it would be a lot quicker. Then I have two, not necklaces, two bracelets that I've made out of the same Fimo polymer clay, and these have just been rolled by hand, so the beads aren't the same, and I made it so they wouldn't be the same. So I have one here that's pink and purple, and again I have a lobster claw clasp just there. I mean, I can actually just roll it over my hand, she says. Oh, there we go. So just, I can roll it on, obviously, if you've got sort of quite big hands, or if you've got someone there to help you to put it on, then obviously that's kind of better. So yeah, as you can see, there's kind of a combination, and because I can't really zoom in, you won't really be able to see kind of the marbled effect too well. Another one I made matches this necklace, is this bracelet. So again, I have the marbled beads here, and then I have kind of the black and white all the way around as well. Again, that has a lobster claw clasp. Then this took me so long to make. It looks like it was really easy, but it took me a long time. It's basically a chainmail bracelet. I mean, I didn't buy chain as I've done with previous things. This is the entire thing I've made. So you basically just kind of link jump rings together. It took me so long. I mean, I'm sure there's a much easier way of doing it, but I was kind of copying it from a book, and it took me a long time. Then last but not least, for bracelets, I have this one here. Again, I know that the beads are kind of different shapes and sizes. They're different colours. I'm not sure how well that would show up, but I've kind of got metallic, and then kind of some shiny black ones. There's some red in there, and this was really easy to make. This is actually the same thing that I used to make the pendant on this necklace. So that's it for bracelets. I'll do a part 3 for the earrings, so I'll be back in just a moment with part 3.